Porn Stars Are People podcast of Dear Frigolette. I'm here with Lux Suicide. Thank you for joining
Thanks for having
me for this podcast. Yeah, real quick, we're sponsored by Spunk Lube and we're rebroadcast by the Demon Seed Radio Network. Thank you for coming on. So I just want to clarify, because it is a loose podcast name and people are starting to get upset with me about whether or not they are officially porn stars, which I think is just a weird...
I won't get upset.
Title.
If someone assumes I'm a porn star, I'll be very excited about that.
But ultimately, you would identify as a nude model.
Yes.
And then, so what else are you involved in?
And I call myself a nudist that found modeling.
Okay, interesting.
So I just am a nudist, and I decided to make money off of it years ago.
Sure. So I did, because there's the normal thing for a nudist. I did my first album I did at like a nude party.
Okay.
And it's called like Naked. It's called Naked and Amused, but the party's called Naked Adventures, and they're in St. Louis, and it's very different from what I think you're doing. It's just basically like people, mostly married people, that just go and hang out in a basement.
Oh yeah, nude parties.
Yeah.
I've been to that, not in a long time, but I've been to nude parties, nude beaches. I know that there's like nude colonies, which I don't know if I could live in, but I would totally visit.
What's the idea of being nude that you're so attached to?
I kind of just, when kids just run around butt naked because they can. I never grew out of that phase. I just stuck with it. I was like, this just feels right, and I don't want to put clothes on.
I've been known to be like naked roommate in my situation. Like, 'cause when I get home,
You're like, I'm done.
I did the day.
Done with my day.
I did the day. This was for everyone else.
Right. It's like a costume you put on to go do your day.
Right.
And when you get home, you want to take the costume off.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I wear bottoms for everything. I just don't trust.
Sometimes I do too.
Yeah. I just don't trust sitting on you know what I mean? You gotta.
If it's my home, is very clean.
Yeah. No, I'm worried about my body sitting on my stuff.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I really am. I really, really am.
You don't vacuum your couch and no, guys don't do that.
I'm just worried about fluids.
All right.
Just butt and ball fluids. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much I vacuum. So I do worry about that. I do, and I think I feel that way about everything. I think if I have a lady over and she sits down, I'm like, hey, let's have you sit. So with the nude
well, if
party,
there's different girls, then you want to be concerned about, like, let's say you and someone were just living together. Yeah. It's just your own fluids.
I guess, but like, do you want that? Do you want the puss stain on the couch?
I clean a lot, so I don't know. I clean like every day.
How do you clean a puss stain off the couch?
I guess with just a regular cleaner. I don't know.
That's all I'm wondering about. Because that was the thing with the nude party.
Stain. It's temporary.
With the nude party, they had to. Everybody had to bring their own. No, they had to bring their own towels
to sit on.
They had to bring their own sitting towels.
Okay.
Yes, this is a big important.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm all for being sanitary.
Yeah. I'm not saying you have. I'm not saying you have a dirty cooch. I'm just saying. I'm trying to understand the logistics. That's all.
Fair.
Okay. So it's I haven't been in New York City for the summer. I just realized in like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Oh yeah.
It's a brutal.
So where are you usually in the summer?
I'll tour. So last year I was in like London, Morocco, Montreal, and South Africa this time.
Okay.
Which is dope because it's just a different climate and there's no problem. I don't do well in this.
No, me neither.
It's
New Yorkers don't. We just deal with it.
Yeah, it's just very like get home and then whatever you did with your clothes and your hair is now just in your face.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's awful.
I recently became an esthetician, so now I'm working in skincare. Yeah. And so everything about this weather is just grossing me out. Like I cannot wait to get home and wash my makeup off. Can't wait.
I don't wear makeup, right?
Right.
But that happens when I walk around and I'm gonna have like a sweaty face. I feel like a film.
Yeah, like if I took one of those cleansing pads right now and just wiped your face, like if you were out in this, it would look dirty.
Yeah. Well, don't make it about my dirty ass face.
I'm just. Well,
mine
would be like makeup and dirt if it makes you feel better. We're dirty right now.
No, it feels gross. No, and I've been there. New York is particularly gross because you do like when you get sweaty and you wipe your face, it comes out black.
You can see the pollution.
So much there's so much particulate in the air. Yeah, where was I? I was somewhere the other day and just chilling, like trying to write in my book, and I looked up the weather because I thought it'd be one of those fun like Instagram posts. But the weather, and it said 84. I was in Secaucus, and it said 84, and it said it said something to the effect of like air quality low for some.
Yeah.
Like for
the first time I saw that on my iPhone, I almost had a heart attack. I was like, "Is this a state of emergency?
Right.
Like,
no.
what's happening? My phone did buzz." It should. Are you saying that I can't breathe if I go outside?
They're like, it's fine. What are you gonna do? Yeah, this was somebody's point the other day. They were like, when it gets really bad, the warning is to go inside.
Okay.
But like, where do you think the air is coming from inside? It's coming from the same place.
Right. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. Somebody on one of the apps. I'm on all the apps all the time. I'm just actively messaging people for dates that I'm never going to go on all the time.
All of the dating apps.
And all of them. And you figure if you're on one, you may as well be on all of them. There's no...
Sure, I've done it. I've done the thing.
Yeah. And it's a grind. It's weird. But somebody on there said that they got the flu from an air conditioner. And I'm trying to investigate further as to what she's talking about.
I don't believe it.
She just said a bunch of stuff that so at first it sounded okay, and then all of a sudden
she said this on her dating app.
She was like, "Oh, I just got done being sick from air conditioning
this is in her bio.
Flu." No, this is like one message in.
Oh, okay.
Air conditioner related flu, and I was like, "Oh, the air." I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Oh, I got like TB from the heat wave in the air conditioner," and I'm like, "Wait, what?"
But also,
who's your doctor?
But but also too much too soon. Like, why?
No, that's not.
Yes, it is.
It's TB.
Weird.
It's not.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
not
a
herpes.
Weird. Right, but that's a weird conversation. No.
Yeah, but they all are. They all are.
They are.
Like there's no conversation that ends up okay. So no matter what I put on my profile, I'll get weird comments on it that are antagonistic. This is, I think, how women think they're supposed to date, is in an antagonizing way. And
I've heard this.
I think dudes do it for sure, right? I think that's part of the deal, but it doesn't. I don't like it.
So when you put photos on these profiles, are you putting like headshots? Are you putting like
headshots,
regular photos?
Yeah. Why? Okay. Well, give me your idea.
Above?
Why? What do you think? What's
so
the difference?
I don't put any. I might put one professional photo if it's very headshot type. I don't put any of my work on.
Yeah, of course not.
App.
Yeah. Well, so it's a very different.
It's
very different, right? Like your work. My headshot.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to put a nude photo, but also I have like sexy photos or just pretty photos. I'm not putting any professional photos.
Yeah, but mine aren't sexy. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like my headshot is just the best picture that there is of me.
But it's but it's just a professional looking.
Yeah, and it's not over the top, right? It's not like old school headshot like.
You're not like
I'm just hanging out somewhere. Yeah. I've tried to have my photos be more human.
Yes,
but
I
so
do that.
there's that. There's like, oh, are you
I feel
fake?
like the responses are better. I've been hit up a couple of times about catfishing. They thought that I was catfishing.
Sure. When you're too hot.
And I was like, no, this is just me.
When you're too hot, people think you're catfishing. That's
then
true.
they slide the DM and they're like, are you on this? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm talking to you right now.
That's me. So actually, I have the other problem now, which is I will bump into people that have been on this podcast on the thing, and then I will have to do that. I'll have to text and be like, hey, are you in LA right now? Like, are you on this thing? Yeah, that's me. Because it'll be their real name.
I've had fake ones too.
Yeah, and it'll be their real name.
Yeah.
But so I got somebody. So 3 or 4 times in my life, I've been messaged on Facebook and some other things and be like, "Oh, there's a fake profile of you."
Right.
This person got like $6,000 from me, and it's like, "What do you want me to do?" And they're like, "Well, aren't you mad that somebody?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm mad that somebody's out there doing it."
You should really be on the show, on the Catfish show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is there a reverse? It's like somebody's me.
I think. Well, right. You're saying
somebody's me. Let's find them.
Yeah, I feel like you should. You should try.
That'd be fun.
Why not?
That's fun. It's called reverse catfish.
I had someone do that, and they said that I was 46, and I have never been more offended in my life.
This is what upset you the most.
Yes, it did. I was like, you're going to catfish, and you're going to say, I guess what I assume is their real age, and use my modeling photos. I was like, no fucking way do I look 46.
Right. Well, how old are you?
34.
You're 34.
Yeah, and I don't think I look 34, so I was real pissed off about 46.
Yeah, you look 24.
Thanks. We're friends now.
But also, yeah, I just say 10 years. I just say 10 years south, just to win points. That's how I do it.
Nice, you did.
What? You don't look 24. You look 14. You look fantastic. No, so I get a lot of things on my where they're just like saying nice things about my dog, but not about me. That's what I get a lot. So I think it's very different for girls and guys. I think girls think that they need to knock dudes down a peg. I think that's what's going on.
Or maybe they just don't know how to flirt with men. I was a bartender I just finished that career, but I was a bartender for like 10 years. I learned a lot about men bartending more than I ever did with nude modeling.
Sure.
Men like things very fucking blunt.
Yes.
You guys don't even know sometimes if someone's flirting with you.
Yes. We're so dumb.
I don't know how to online flirt because I'm just like, hey, you seem cool. I dig you. And then they're just like, she's probably being fake. I'm like, no, I just dig you. No,
that's all I want someone to say to me.
And my friends are like, oh, that's so forward. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I here for?
That's all I want. That's all I want
Girls
someone to say
don't
to
get
me.
that.
And it happens the other way. They go, oh, I guess you're okay. Like, it'll be like, oh, your dog. So they'll be like, they'll say something to the effect of how your dog is great and maybe you're all right. And I go, cool, let me know when you know for sure. It's like, and you're okay.
They're like, how cute. Oh, you're okay too.
Right, yeah. I send a compliment, and then I'll get that one back. You're not so bad yourself. And then,
They're
you know
trying
what?
to be like witty or something.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I guess this isn't what I thought. I guess I thought we matched, and I guess I was wrong. But there really is. There's no correct way to flirt back on those things. But you do find a lot. Bumble's a cheat. Women cheat. Because they come on like they're supposed to message first, and they'll just send like a meme. First message is a GIF.
Wait, no.
Yeah, first message. 9 out of 10. First
Maybe
message.
that's okay.
You can go through my Bumble when we're done. 9 out of 10.
Are they younger?
This is not okay.
I can't
this
take
is really
that like
fun.
a serious
This is really fun to me.
conversation.
I love this thing that we do, where we go, what are your dating problems? I'm going to go ahead and solve them. This is what people do all the time when they try to give you advice. They go, I'm going to solve it right now. Okay? Tell me one thing. How old is she? No matter what you say, they're gonna make that.
They're gonna blame it. I'm a little bit ageist. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I know that there are so many exceptions. I have great, exceptional friends.
Yeah.
Who from 22 to 50, 60 something, who I'm like, yo, we totally relate. We're on the same page.
Deal.
But
yo, I think
some of my guys have these serious, dramatic issues, and I'm like, she's 15 years younger than you.
That'll solve it.
You're speaking a different language.
Yeah, the thing that I find, so I think my soulmate honestly is, and this is weird to say, but I think it's like my one of my friend's moms, and she's like almost 70.
Yeah.
And like I will go and crash there when he was around, but he doesn't live there. So then on tours I would go and crash with his mom to chill, and we would like just end up talking for like 10 hours. Aww. Like one morning we woke up, we were supposed to go to breakfast, and we talked until like Jeopardy was on. It was weird, and
she's
I stayed a whole extra day. She's my soulmate, but she's 70. I'm not gonna bang her. It's my friend's mom, right? So it's like,
right, but like she's a soulmate.
Yeah, and it's like, and there's something about you cannot. Is that true?
Yeah, I have lots of soulmates. I don't bang them. I'm just like, we like belong together, just on a different level.
Right. Sure. I think that's who she is to me. But it is challenging. But I found that my grandfather and me were sharing stories when we were single. He was 75. He was dating 75-year-olds. I was dating 25-year-olds. And we had the same stories, same type of women. And that's when I realized it's nobody's changing.
Okay.
No, like if somebody's jealous
I should be less ageist.
If somebody's jealous at 25, they're going to be jealous at 75. It's just the way it works.
Well, the last time I was on
you can be ageist.
Dating
old
apps,
men are gross.
I thought that I should aim older because I was like, guys my age or younger, like it's just not working out. So I put my little age range thing from like 42 to like 47.
No
and
shit.
I was like,
that targeted.
I met 40-something-year-old fuckboys.
Right.
And I was like, come on.
Right.
Then I stopped.
Well,
then I quit dating. I just quit.
Because here's the thing: with every stage of life, like there's another. So like you get divorced and then you're fuckboy again, right? Or like it's just there's no. Or
they're like, no, I'm never getting married and having kids. I'm like, oh, okay, you're that guy.
Right.
Got it.
Right. They got to that age and they're still gonna try to hang in there. And that's the thing is they hang in there until they gotta settle down. That guy. That's interesting. So you stop dating completely.
I just.
So how do you handle? Let's be vulgar. How do you handle sex?
I'm not gonna lie. The past couple of months have been pretty dry, and I'm really upset about that.
You just don't fuck anybody.
But lately,
because you don't date. The byproduct of dating is fucking.
Right, and I have like fuck buddy go-to lists. Okay. Right, and then like one of them moved across the country, and then the other one's like too fuckboyish for me, and then I just said.
But that's what you were looking for.
But it's like too inconsistent, all over the place weirdness, and I'm like, I don't even know what you're up to because you just don't communicate. So I'm just letting this go.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not like annoying girl either.
Yeah, it is weird, right? It's like. when you have that, when you get to the point of communication where you should be able to just be honest and you go, look, this isn't commitment,
right?
But it would be nice if you were available to me when you say you're available to me, and they can't even do that. That's weird.
Like you know that we just fuck.
And
so
you still can't.
If you still can't like coordinate, I'm just gonna assume this is what I'm assuming. He's probably seeing someone on a serious level,
right?
And doesn't just want to say that.
Yeah, there's that.
Where it's like, please just say that so I can be like, got it, cool.
He could just be like super inconsiderate, inconsistent human.
Well, that's the conclusion I came to.
Yeah.
It's not like I could pinpoint, oh, you're seeing and that, and I wouldn't.
It could be whatever.
So I just kind of let that go.
Right.
So now we're going on at least 2.5 months of no sex.
Yeah.
Very upsetting.
Okay.
But no drama. I have no drama whatsoever.
That's way better.
So I have Netflix and Hulu that I'm in a relationship with now, and I go
watching?
to bed just fine.
What are you watching?
Okay, on Hulu, Handmaid's Tale, which is heavy.
I hear things.
Heavy. I have to take breaks from it.
Yeah.
And now on Netflix, Designated Survivor.
Interesting. That's
very cool.
Which one's that? That's Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good show.
I never liked Kiefer Sutherland.
Very political. Oh, I like.
So I never got into 24. I still see that guy that's like trying to cut up children and Stand By Me. Then that's stupid, but that's I also
he's
one
good
of my
though. He's so good.
Yeah?
His role, he's so good.
I still like his. I don't know why I don't.
He's like the non-politician politician.
I like his dad better. I don't know why I don't like him.
It's a good show. Give it a shot.
Orange
is the New Black just dropped a new season.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get like my girl vibe on.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's not as many. Trying to think, there's not as many shows. No, I guess there are. I guess that's what wrestling is. Wrestling is literally just dudes watching dudes, kind of having like weird crushes that aren't necessarily sexual,
is that what
but they kind of are.
Into wrestling?
I'm not. No, but I'm just trying to think. I was just trying to think of what the equivalent was.
All right.
Of because it's like you kind of want to geek out on dudes.
I mean,
like just like you want to geek out on girls, I want to geek out on dudes, but I don't have like there was Oz.
Okay.
On HBO, that was dope.
Okay.
And you fall in love with these jailmen. And it's the same show. I mean, but except it was gritty. And you fall in love with these jailmen.
Okay, yeah, but unless you like dudes, like you're probably not getting that into.
No, you do. You do. Because like honestly,
you fall in love with their character.
Yeah.
See, I'm watching Orange is the New Black, and I'm like, yay, sex scenes.
Yeah.
Yay, good girl sex scenes.
Yeah. So
porn, like lesbian porn, is super cheesy.
Sure.
And like not even accurate. It's just not
That's what
even
porn
like.
Is. You just described porn.
I know. Well. Okay, true, but like, they make lesbian porn so fucking lame because they're making it for guys.
Yeah.
Right. If they were making it for girls, it'd be totally different.
Well, they have
so
this porn
Orange is
for
the New
women
Black
thing.
is totally for women.
Is that? You think it's porn
it's
for women?
Real lesbian sex. Like this is what lesbians look like when they have sex.
Interesting.
For sure.
You just pitched the shit out of the show.
You're welcome.
This is all anybody
Orange
wants
the New
to
Black.
do. It's weird because Oz was the opposite. It was just dudes raping each other.
Yeah, no, Orange is the New Black is not like that.
It's women in prison
like falling
actively,
in love.
consentingly having sex.
Yeah, and they're like, this is
different.
how they're getting through this.
Yeah.
Because they found someone to like be with.
Okay.
Or sometimes they're just banging to bang.
And there was some of that. There was some of that in Oz. I will give it that. There was some of that. There was dudes falling in love.
I should watch Oz. I can get into gay guy sex too. I'd probably get into that.
Yeah, it was cool, and it was a monster cast. It's all people that have gone on to dope shit. It was all people that were like represented by like Gersh, and they were like crushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Gersh to see if this gets me an agent. But it was a really fun show. It is weird. That's the first time I realized in like Hollywood that it's the same 12 people that are getting all this stuff. That's the first time.
Yeah.
Because Oz would happen, and then after Oz was Sopranos, and it was all the same people, and then it was like, it just kept happening. It's like this loop.
Gandolfini, what's his name?
Gandolfini, yeah.
From True Romance. I'll always remember him like.
Which one's True Romance?
Tarantino wrote it. I forgot who directed it.
Gandolfini, the
he's
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, he's in True. Like a ton of celebrities were in True Romance when they were like nobodies. Like Brad Pitt had like 2 lines. Yeah. He was like some stoner on the couch and that, and like Patricia Arquette was like young and such a good movie. But he's one of the bad guys. He has like one short scene.
No shit.
And he's thin. It's so
thin.
Yeah, I always remember him in that as opposed to because like one of my favorite movies.
And I remember him in Get Shorty where he played this like kind of like mob stuntman guy. He's supposed to be a stuntman, and then his role was just to get his ass beat by Travolta the whole time. That was like what made Travolta tough in that movie.
Yeah.
Was he would just show up and be like, "Oh, you're a stuntman." And he would just grab him by the dick and throw him down the stairs. And he'd be like, "Oh, that's pretty good." It was a fun scene.
Oh, gone too soon.
Yeah, I don't know that I believe in that.
No?
He went when he was supposed to go.
All right, fair.
Right? He wasn't that healthy.
When it's your day kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if he was that healthy. I don't know if he was that happy.
All right,
like
fair.
You know, it's time sometimes.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we went dark. We went dark.
We went there. We've been all over the place.
Yeah. So the non-dating thing is not. We talked about this before. This was me trying to build rapport, but it's not working.
It is because I've gotten to focus on what I want.
Yeah.
So to me, focusing on what I want will now attract the right person.
Okay.
Because
I
got
offline.
I
wanted to get into.
I'm
yeah.
offline. I'm
Sure.
not doing the online shopping thing. That was not working. And I'm better in person than I am online.
Right.
I suck
Everybody.
online. So now it's just me doing me, building me, attracting that
See how many
better
times you can put me into one sentence. Me doing me, building me. Well, I'm trying to do my me thing.
It's
all about the me.
The show's about me right now.
So, okay. So what does that mean? This was the thing that I wanted to kind of delve into. Is I think honestly that people, they do this thing where they go, "What are you looking for?" And I don't know that I believe in that idea.
Okay, why not?
Because I could meet somebody great and is it that I'm too flexible? Like I can meet somebody great and then we have to come up with what it is that we are to each other.
But I feel like you at least have a list of no's. Don't you say?
I don't know.
There's not like red flags you've experienced that you're like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that again.
Yeah, I mean, certain levels of non-committal, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But like ultimately, if it's two people that want to figure it out, I think that you could figure it out.
Well, yeah, because everyone's going to be different.
Yeah.
You kind of have to, I think you learn to grow together, mold around each other to an extent. But if you aren't at your 100%, what are you bringing to the table?
Sure.
Right?
I agree with that.
So this has been my time to get to my 100.
In
the last 2 years since I had a relationship.
Where were you at?
So
we're putting numbers on it.
Wait, I'll give you a number. I have a therapist, right, for the last 7 years.
Do they put numbers on it?
And I told him 7 years ago, he was like, you need to be 100%, blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about this soul searching that I needed to do. And I was just like, man, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I need like a number. He's like, you want a grade? I was like, yeah, I want a grade on myself. So 7 years ago, he had me at like 50%.
50%.
I was just
You weren't
in
even
trouble.
walking around
I was
passing
just
this.
a hot mess.
Wow.
Okay. So we revisited this recently. And he was like, you, my friend, are at your 100%.
No shit.
And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I feel like I still don't have it all together. He's like, you're there. He's like, you've got all the pieces.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. My fucking therapist said that. That's huge.
That's great.
And I need a number grade because I need to know.
Yeah. That's
I need
great.
To be graded.
So you're at 100 now.
I'm at 100 now. I've been single 2 years.
Where were you? What happened in the last relationship?
My last relationship was actually with a female.
Yeah.
And she had addiction issues.
Yeah.
And so I was playing mom for like 7 months.
Yeah. Well,
have you ever been in a relationship with someone that has an addiction? It's awful.
I don't know.
She was an alcoholic, and it was absolute torture for 7 months.
No, I think I would.
And I was like, holy shit, I reached a whole new level of crazy, and I can't keep doing this.
I don't know how to say this without it sounding selfish, but I just don't. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it very far.
No.
I
7
months,
months, that was it. I had to give up.
I wouldn't even make it to like where a relationship started. I have so many no's. I have so many things that I don't do in life now that it just wouldn't line up enough. I don't drink.
Well,
I don't even
stopped
eat sugar.
Drinking.
You know
I think that's what got me to my 100%.
Sure.
I stopped drinking because it was just making me feel awful. I got tired of feeling awful.
Yeah, I know.
And I realized that I attract, especially because of bartending. I bartended for years, right? So I attracted that type of person.
Right.
Why do I keep going out with
meet her at the
dudes who
bar?
want to just drink all night?
Yeah. Did you meet her at the bar?
Not really my bar, but other bars. Because I would be out drinking. Right? I was out drinking. You meet other people out drinking.
Right.
So, and then I realized, and I said to my therapist, why do I keep meeting these dudes that want to party all night? Like, I'm tired. I don't want to be out drunk at 4 a.m. I don't want to worry about who's driving and not driving. He's like, you want to attract a husband and someone who can be a father. I said, yes.
That's what you want.
That's what I want. And he said, what are you doing that makes you seem like a wife and a mother? And I died laughing because I said absolutely fucking nothing. I said I'm always running around naked on the goddamn internet and drinking all night. So no, my life is not good.
I'm not against kids, parents being naked though.
Right. No, that's different. But I mean, it just looks, you know what I mean? Like on paper. I was like, I sound awful. And that's why I attract fucking awful. So I changed my life. I went back to school. I stopped drinking.
I mean, being a nude
now
model.
I can attract better people
naked
around
on
my
the
life.
internet, definitely attracts the guy who wants to fuck a naked girl on the internet.
I was like, why do I keep attracting people that I just don't work out? Not that they were all bad, but just people that I'm just not on the same level as. We're not operating at the same frequency.
Right.
I was like, I'm doing this. This is my fault. It's not their fault.
Sure. Okay.
So that's it. I just quit dating. I was like, I need to get right.
I'm out. I'm out the game. I'm out the game. So that's where you're at. You're at the position where you're like, it's husband and child time.
Yeah, 34, TikTok. Not gonna look this good forever. I have to be able to have a kid and then get back to this.
Yeah.
I can't do that 45.
Oh,
I mean.
Interesting. I don't know. Janet did it. Janet.
Janet's got a lot of money.
Yeah. This is the thing I want to
do this on a budget.
This is the thing I want to talk about is the idea that that like we're looking at these people that were like, oh well, so and so had a baby. Like this woman had a baby at 75 the other year, and it's like, yeah, but like what we're doing to these people.
Right. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's like the
and I don't want to put my body through that.
Yeah, it's like I feel like if you have a child after the age of like 40, that child has to have like an asterisk on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like in like Bobby, Barry Bonds, they had to put an asterisk on his home run title because he was taking performance enhancing drugs. So I think we need that. If you have a baby at 40, we got to be honest and go, look, you got a lot of stuff in your system right now that shouldn't be there, right? Like I think Janet Jackson, I think I read it in the New York Times.
Using IVF and all these treatments, hormonal stuff that they're doing. I just want to
and she was just like eating virgin womb shakes every morning. You know what I mean? Like she was like
blood transfusions of 18-year-old
right,
virgins. Like I don't want to do that.
Right.
I just want to be like, yay, we're pregnant naturally.
Normally, yeah. That's cool.
Right?
That's cool. Well, so what's your vibe with kids? Do you have...
I have a goddaughter who I was hanging out with last night, actually. She just turned 4. And she is finally at that age where I can just talk to her in sentences.
Yeah, isn't that great?
I love that.
Yeah.
And she just is a nonstop talker.
Right.
So she's just always on. I'm like, wow, you're a lot. But at least we communicate.
Right.
You know, when she was like 2, I was like, I don't baby talk.
Yeah. I don't. This is a thing I really think is wrong with society. No.
I could do it with an actual tiny baby.
I don't.
I can do that like, ay, Dios mío, qué lindo.
Yeah.
I can do all that.
In another language, it sounds nice.
I do. I don't know why I always talk to babies in Spanish.
Do you speak Spanish?
My mom is Dominican.
Nice.
I'm not fluent, but I get by pretty good.
You can speak baby talk Spanish.
Yes, and I can tell someone off in Spanish.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, I feel like I'm good.
But if they don't speak Spanish...
You know Spanish? Did you see my hoops?
You what?
I'm insulted.
You what?
You didn't know it was Spanish? You didn't see
the
my
hoops? Yeah, I guess. But but we're on the podcast. They don't know. They can't see your hoops.
They're huge.
But that's hilarious. Yeah. The
baby talking thing. The like
communication. No. This is what I was gonna ask. Is everything you're saying? Because I don't even yell at people. What do you say? Cuss them out? I don't even cuss people out in fluent English. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a lot of weird stuff happens. So does it actually make sense when you do it when you cuss somebody out in Spanish?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
No, it really doesn't. Spanish curse words don't make sense.
Yeah.
Like it's offensive to say hija de tu madre. That means daughter of your mother. That's not offensive. But if you say that in Spanish, it's like, ooh, wow, she is
Hold
pissed.
on a sec. What just happened?
She is pissed. Yeah, I don't know why
that.
I don't know why that's
dinner,
bad.
and now I'm, What I thought was interesting about Spanish was the fact that there are like 500 different ways to call somebody a faggot in Spanish. I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, and I would never say that to anyone in English.
Right,
It'd be
right,
so
of course not, right.
But in Spanish, to Spanish people, it's like, this is what we call each other.
Well, people were making up stuff. Yeah, people were making up stuff. And the big thing when I was still working at restaurants was guys trying to low-key convince me that demasculating words were like compliments. So they would ask me, they're like, "Are you a pato?" Or they'd ask me like, "What was the other one?"
Maricón.
Maricón. I forgot what the other one was, but I just remember the one guy tried to convince me that it was like, he's like, "Are you?" And he's just
mean.
like, yeah, he's like doing like Hulk poses. Are you like a,
That's mean.
Yeah, no, it's very mean. Yeah, but I knew what was going on. know what's going on. I understood what was going on. You can just feel, you know what I mean? You can feel it. But like, yesterday you didn't like me. Why are you pretending today? This must not be good. So what else? How do you feel about this lane? You see, so I saw you. I caught you on the gram, and you're doing sort of these like comedy related podcasts. How do you feel about this lane?
I am.
How do you feel about comedians?
Well, I wouldn't date any. No, I'm just kidding.
It's neither relevant nor irrelevant.
One of my comedian friends said that. He was like, just don't date comedians. And I was like, why? He's like, because we're nuts. And I was like, well that I know. Everyone's nuts.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't want to date a comedian. Right, because it's too much of the same thing.
Well, I've always said I wouldn't date a male nude model. Right. I wouldn't date a nude model.
Yeah, I just don't think people that are the same should be dating. I think people need to be as different as possible.
I do it because I know too much about my industry to know that that's a good idea.
Right. That's the other thing for me. It's like, it's like, if I fuck somebody in this thing, then now there's just like damage around.
Right.
It's true, like I fuck somebody out of comedy, and if it doesn't go good, which in all of my 20s, that's what was going to happen.
Right, you're not going to run through that same circle again.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're not around. Yeah. It's not a thing I got to worry about. There's no more rumors. There's nothing. It's
true.
Done.
And if you're both comedians, you can both like talk shit about each other.
Yeah, and so that's worked for other people, right? Like that, the celebrity lane of dating celebrities is a thing that people do. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just a matter. But mostly it is like, I don't want to be with the person that's the most like me. I don't want that.
Same.
I want to be with the person that's the least like me. That way I can figure out the rest of the world that I haven't. There's shit I still don't understand.
Right.
And I can't figure this shit out until I meet somebody that has that understanding.
Yeah.
So that's, I really do think that we would, especially now when everybody's polarized by everything, I think we would just be better people. Because it really is starting to shut off dating vibes. People are writing on their profiles, if these are things that you're into, you should swipe left on me, which I think is a crazy position to start from.
Right. It's like you're already negative.
It's like you've been on, and that's the thing. You can feel how long somebody's been on the dating site by like the first 4 messages.
They're
that's
bitter.
The crazy.
They're so bitter.
They're like asking you questions, like for the first 5 questions, like where do you? That's the thing about New
They're
York.
Like, if we're gonna message back and forth and not meet up in the next 5 days, and I'm like, all right, but now you just sound crazy, and now I'm like intimidated, and I don't even feel comfortable.
Right. Get the fuck to my house now, if you're not real. But then there's the other one. It's like, because I've been chatting with this girl for. We matched in like May when I got back into town, and we still haven't met up. And just like it's an excuse train. So now it's kind of fun and funny because I'll try to confront it.
I just wouldn't even talk.
I barely do, but so now I've limited it to Snapchat. We only talk on Snapchat.
Okay.
And I'll be like, cool, let's hang out. And it's like just because now I just want to see the excuses. Okay. And I'll be like, cool, and then now I'm getting absurd, and I'm like. Almost rude. I'm like right on that. I'm like, look, you could just tell me that like an orangutan ate your face, and like, because I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine meeting faceless you as long as we actually meet up. Like, it's just so weird.
Yeah, no, it's weird. And you know that she's
it's
real.
Fucking August. I don't know. She only posts here's the thing. She only posts on Snapchat old photos. So it's like, and it's like photos of photos. So it's like, I don't know if you're.
Yeah, then no.
I don't know what it is.
But
now I need to know.
Paper with your name on it.
Right.
And no. I had to do that once. And be like,
it's for castings. You do that for a person?
Yeah.
Oh, then tell them to fuck off. Yeah.
I was like, yes, this is me.
This is me. Send me a current photo right now with today's paper in front of you, like Back to the Future. So so it's not that you're not opposed. You just want to get yourself right. So I dig that.
Attract the right person, not a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's easy to attract a bunch of people. You know, you could probably do the same thing I can. Take your phone, scroll through the contacts, land on someone that you could probably just hook up with.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Could, no?
I don't know. That's a fun game. Around the world with your phone.
I have done this where we didn't actually go through with it, but we just like scroll through. I was like,
I can fuck him.
Yeah, I can totally fuck that person.
No, it's a much different.
But it's like quantity over quality over quantity. Like I don't want all of the people.
It's funny if you one. It's funny if you fuck up the thing, like the quality over quantity. Look, no, it's quality over quantity, bro. That's what I'm doing. Quality.
Quantity is like in your 20s when you're like, I just want all of it. I want everything.
You say confidently that you're just going to do quantity over quality. No, I definitely, that's not a thing. I could probably scroll through my phone and land on people that I could have fucked at some point.
Okay, yeah.
That I probably fucked it up with, right? Like I have a lot of that in there.
Oh man.
And then people that I did fuck and fucked it up with, I have a lot of that in there. It's much different for you, also because you date men and women, so your
Fair.
game is much more fun than my game.
Right.
Like I'm gonna
Fair.
land on Ron. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I don't know what to tell you. I gotta fuck you. I landed. It's like I gotta explain
That's
that
the
now.
game.
I
This is how it
landed
goes.
on the phone. I gotta fuck. What do you want me to do? The rules of the game of deluxe suicide around the world in your phone
Everyone
game.
doesn't do this.
I gotta do it. No exceptions. That's fun. That's a fun game. I don't know. What other weird games have you invented?
Weird games. Invented?
Invented,
I don't
yeah.
know.
The fuck whoever's in your phone game.
I used to love playing What If, but that's not like a game I invented. Just What If and all kinds of crazy scenarios.
Yeah, that's
And
all.
just seeing where it would go.
That's all comedy is.
Yeah,
So
pretty
yes,
much.
and we just go and we just keep it going.
What if I just say all of these things
Yeah.
that come to mind and see what happens?
It's like it's the what if. That's all the comic mind is trying to do all the time. We go, okay, cool. So like, we walk on shoes, but like, what if?
Yeah.
And then you write the
all
joke.
these hypotheticals.
Yeah, that's all anything is. And then you make it seem as if it's totally plausible.
Right.
And then you give the evidence as to why. Or what if? Yeah. What if left was right? That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We come up. We these are the things that we all agree on. Now let's disagree.
It's a good way to like make yourself uncomfortable, which is its own journey.
Sure.
And can be either
Yeah.
comedy or dramatic as fuck.
Yeah, but that's comedy too. We found
True.
out. Yeah, that's like
As
a
long
whole
as
genre.
right. It'll work in some
Awkward
way.
genre became a thing. The Will Ferrell's, the Ricky Gervaises, those guys figured it out.
Huh.
That's cool. So I'm gonna release you into a terrible thunderstorm. It looks like. At the
I
end of this.
know. I think
So
I'm
kidding.
Ubering back to the train.
Yeah, this is the only thing weird about having this be the location is you can like the whole day, like it's like as we're talking about.
We
dark
could do the
things,
weather from here. We could do the
Yeah,
weather
do you
from
believe
here.
in the weather?
No, it's always fucking wrong.
They've sensationalized the weather to the effect that I don't
Always
even.
wrong.
There's this thing. There's no other job where you can be so wrong about a disaster and get praise.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, it's going to be the worst storm in the history of New York City, and then it
nothing
doesn't happen,
happens.
and you're like, oh,
Or
thank
like, yeah,
God.
we're gonna have a few days of rains, and it's the worst hurricane of all time.
Yeah. Well, because you can't. Well, the problem is you can't be wrong on the positive end. You can't be
Right.
like nothing's gonna happen today, and then a hurricane. You can't.
Right.
So you have to be. We're gonna maybe have a hurricane, and then when it
Right.
doesn't, we're like, oh, okay, that's cool. We're not even like doing that guy's stats.
That's why there's like some naked weather thing. I think it was like in Canada or some shit like that. Maybe Europe. I don't know. I could be wrong. But it makes sense because now there's a reason to watch the weather if people are talking about it naked. Because it doesn't matter if they're right or wrong.
Yeah.
But at least they're fucking naked.
Yeah,
Like here we
I
just
see.
get
Yeah,
regular
it's hot
wrong
girls.
weather.
Well, they took it to they took it to the next level, right? It's like it was. I think South America was just always hot weather ladies, and then wherever else they've taken it to the next level. Which is
Spanish
amazingly naked.
news in general is just full of like hot Spanish weather.
Now
girls
here's the
and all
problem.
that.
So I can't hear in an accent when somebody's dumb. You know how you can hear when somebody
Okay.
who has your accent is
Here's
dumb?
a fun. Okay,
So I don't know what a dumb Spanish person
I
sounds
don't
like.
like dating people with accents.
You don't.
I don't.
Why?
And I'm attracted to people with accents, but
Everybody
I don't
is,
like
yeah.
dating people
Why?
with accents because I can't hear when they're lying. I am a great lie detector.
Wow.
I can just sense the bullshit when people say it to me. I'm like,
Interesting.
you're fucking lying. Like, I can hear it. And sometimes I'll just let it rock. I'm like, they're lying to me, but I'm just going to let them keep going. But other times, like with accents, I'm like, is that a lie? I can't fucking tell. I can't tell.
Interesting. I did. Yeah,
My lie detector is completely off with an accent.
I most recently dated a South African and an Australian, and I don't know. I think I'm fine. You know, the one I probably couldn't figure out is French. I think everything sounds like a lie in French accent. And like, this is my girlfriend.
That's heavy.
Is it though? I'm going to the bathroom. Are
you?
Where are you really going? That's funny. That's really funny.
I can't. Accents, I'm like, you're hot, but I don't trust you for shit.
Yeah. So, okay, wait. So what type of relationships do you get involved in? Do you get involved in monogamous, like, straight relationships as a general rule?
I know now that, especially after my last relationship, I'm going for, like, the husband material now.
Yeah. Well, what about a wife?
And
What about a wife and an
you know what?
adoption?
I like sleeping with women. I'm terrible at relationships with women.
Why?
Just fucking terrible.
Why? That's how I feel.
That I don't like the way women communicate.
That's
ironic.
Yeah.
I don't like the way we communicate. I don't like how mean we can be.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the drama of it. I don't fucking like it.
Somebody used this podcast
I'm
against me.
Really?
The other day when they were breaking up, they're like, "You're just so sad. You just interview your little porn stars." And
your little porn stars.
And she was supposed to be supportive before that. It was so funny.
Your little porn
and
stars.
I'm at an age now where when somebody tries to be mean, it's so funny to me. When somebody tries to be mean to me, it makes me laugh so hard because it's like you're not even penetrating.
I get those in the DMs and they're like, "Well, fuck you anyway. Or, you're ugly anyway." I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah, it's out
Good.
of control. Sorry. So you don't like the way women communicate. You don't like.
No, and I love having female friends. I'm super girl power. I guess you could call me a feminist in some ways. Like, I love women. I cannot have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
I've learned this about myself in the last 2 years. It just doesn't work out. There's way more fighting than there is fucking, and I don't want to do it. I like the simplicity of the male mind. I do.
Yeah.
Fuck them, feed them, don't cheat on them.
That sounds like a compliment, even though it's kind of not. But I dig it.
Like, it is a compliment, but it's true. You guys are just easier.
I love the simplicity of the male mind.
The male mind. Feed them, fuck them, don't cheat on them. They'll generally just stick around.
Yeah.
Females, it's so much more than that. I can't tell you how many times there was things that I just didn't do, and they were like, "But how come you didn't do that?" "Because you didn't tell me to." I don't know. I don't know.
I get phone calls all the time like, "What did you mean by that text?" It's like, bro, I can't even be in this conversation right now.
I don't want to say I miss you 10 times a day because I don't miss anyone like that. I don't want to say I love you 5,000 times a day. I want, like, words should mean things.
I stopped doing this. This was very important to me in my 20s that I'm only going to say I love you when it was absolute. And I think I just don't say it, but I used to give the speech. It's like if we get to that level, it's like it's the most important thing.
Right. It shouldn't be like a casual.
Yeah, and for sure in my 20s, I was like, I had a count on how many people were saying that they loved me or they missed me to me because it mattered. And now I don't.
God,
I think I'm way
so
past
long.
that.
I love you. And it's like, but you haven't spoken to me in like
can't
a
love
year.
Me. We
you
just met.
definitely
You
don't
can't
love me. Yeah. I love when people say, "Oh my God, I love your tattoos," from like 10 feet away.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have like a fucking hate symbol on me. You wouldn't even know, but here you are telling me you love them.
It is interesting.
It's weird when people say that.
The tattoo thing is weird because we do non-tattoo people.
Mm-hmm.
We on some level we think that because you put it on your body, it's ours to be able to look at and read. Yeah. And that's not true.
It's totally wrong.
It can't be solely wrong though, right?
No, I mean, it's to be seen.
Yeah.
And by all means compliment it, but at least fucking look at it. Like, so I just have I've had guys come across the room to be like, "I love your tattoos." And I'm like, you didn't see them.
Right.
You didn't see them.
Well, so it's tough. So sometimes I'll be like, even on stage, I'll be like, so what's the paper airplane, like, origami, like, what is that? And what's the meaning behind that?
So it's an origami paper bird.
Yeah.
And it has
made out of a newspaper.
It has some Robert Frost poem lyrics in it.
Okay.
And
it's heavy as fuck.
Yeah, like all of mine are. So when people ask me this, and I'm just like on the go, like getting off a train, or I'm busy bartending, I'm like, I can't tell you what this is in 2 seconds. Like this, I can go deep into all of these probably.
Yeah, but sometimes people
it's weird when a stranger asks that.
But sometimes people just be like, "Oh, I like elephants." Yeah. And it's like, is that the easy answer because you don't want to fucking tell me, or is that because you can tell a lot from the person? Sometimes it's like the person is just. I try for
like easy answers.
But sometimes the person is just trash, and they're like, "Oh no, I like elephants." Yeah. It's like especially when you have like a pop culture thing on there. Mm-hmm. Like you got Marvin the Martian. Like what's the and it's like unless it has something heavy, right? Then you're kind of like, oh, you don't care either.
Some things are just design.
Yeah, well, because it's part of it.
Which
so
is
how many individual tattoos do you have?
I lost count, but probably like 20 something.
Okay, what time is it on your arm?
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 12:34.
Oh wow. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and that actually relates back to like my dad who passed, and so it's like there's like deep meaning in that. There's deep meaning in a bunch, and then I have like flowers on my side. I'm like, that's my feminine side, because I really don't have an excuse for being like.
So that's the side we come on. Yeah, we come on the flowers.
My feminine side.
Yeah. So that is cool with the clock. What the fuck was I going to say to you? Well, let me see it again.
Other ones?
No. Let me see the clock again. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is, yeah, that's fun.
It was like a thing I had with my dad.
So do you see
for that time?
Oh,
and
this
now
is what
I
was
know,
gonna
and
ask
now I
you.
notice the time.
That's what I was going to ask
twice
you.
a day.
Do you see?
I notice.
You always see 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4. Yeah,
Just
it's
about
weird.
always. Just
It's
about
weird
always.
when we like upvalue something. Then all of a sudden,
And numbers like our thing. There's a whole
Yeah.
numerology thing. I'm not into numbers like that, but like I've noticed them.
Yeah.
And it was a thing that I had with my dad, and so I was like, that. Let's make that the time.
That's cool. Yeah. I had a every 2:30 I get because I'm an idiot and I love that 2:30 joke about the dentist. What's the best time to see a dentist?
Why?
2:30.
Why
That's the
is
best.
it 2:30?
2:30.
Oh, tooth. Okay.
Yeah, it's so stupid,
That's
but I
cute.
love
That's
it.
a real dad joke of
it's
you.
ridiculous.
That's
Yeah.
a very good dad joke.
Yeah, I love it. So it's and so I always see 2:30, and then it comes up a conversation, and if somebody says, "Oh, we're gonna meet at 2:30," I always have to say, "What's the best time to see a dentist?" And they go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I say 2:30. Oh my god, I got in so much trouble the other day. I was talking to this girl. We were hanging out, and I go, "How do you get a farm?" She was already like jealous, and I go, "How do you get a farm girl to like you?"
Okay, how?
It's a tractor.
Cute.
So it is cute, but I sent her this, a tractor, right? So when you write it, it's very different than when you say it. So a tractor, the farm thing.
Right.
And she goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? You were the farm girl right now?" And I was like, "Oh my god,
Stop.
oh my
I think
god.
she was fake
Time
jealousy.
out. No,
I think she was doing a fake like.
No, I wish.
She wanted to sound crazy.
No,
She
no.
wanted to sound 7:30.
You think she wanted to sound crazy? No, she
Maybe.
didn't get the bit, and I was and I was like, "Time out, back up, let's try again," because it was like, because now I'm in this like accusation thing.
Sometimes I think girls have to like. Sometimes I think girls fake crazy.
Really?
You know why? It's fucked up. Like you guys like crazy.
We like crazy so I know that I only really understand love through obsession, so that's a thing for me.
It's dangerous.
It is very dangerous. But I don't think we like. I think we like to feel this like
Crazy.
when somebody's crazy about you, and then it makes you feel good because it's like, oh, she doesn't even have time to be dealing with other people. She's all of her time, all of her brain power is plugged in on me. And it's not a conscious thought, but like that's like, oh, I'm so important. When somebody's crazy to you, you are so important
you need the
to them.
validation.
But everything you do, and it's like, and it's mostly negative, right? But everything you do matters in some way. So I think that's what it is.
I still think it's a little crazy.
And it's also, it's the other thing that
putting
like
a lot of pressure on somebody.
Yeah, but it's also the other thing is that women know that if they're going to behave. I don't know if this is maybe this isn't the way to say it. I think if somebody behaves in a way that pushes people away, then what they do with the rest of the relationship physically is usually pretty wild. So like I used to have this joke about how like you can't like accuse me all day of like cheating and then not deep throat me, like because the two don't, you know what I mean? You can't be like this out of control with your emotions and then like
not make
and then
up
tone
for it
it
on
in,
the other
right,
end.
right, and that's really what it is. It's Darwinism at its best, right? To survive in being jealous, you have to then do the other crazy shit. And this probably goes for guys and girls. But that's the thing. That's the thing that I think guys are pretending to attach to.
Right. So, I mean, there's definitely guys who feel like crazy girls are the best sex.
Yeah. They'll do the
They
butt.
go hand in hand.
And there's a little bit of it because, again, it's the obsession. She's fucking looking in my soul.
Okay.
And she needs everything that's going to come out of my body on every part of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's in lieu of love.
Okay.
Obsession will also feel pretty good. It will feel pretty good. It's better than like, and then somebody who's just like, you look down and they're not even there.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
If those are the choices,
I guess that's where I'm at because I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of the
if those are the
crazy.
choices, I'd rather look in the mirror and have them fucking staring into my soul. You know what I mean? Than look in the mirror and they're like checking their, you know what I mean? Checking their messages or yawning or like you can tell they're thinking about somebody else. It's like I can't even. I'm at my dick is like so specific now that if it even feels for a minute like they're not in it, and it's a consent dick. I'll label it. It's like even for a second,
that's good.
It feels like something's off. I go, no, time out. Let's
energy's
reconnect.
Off, the chemistry's off.
Let's bail.
Can't happen.
But I'm not gonna just finish, cause
that's grown man dick.
Yeah.
That's grown man dick.
No, because in my 20s, I would just speed it up.
It's not immature.
Yeah.
It's not immature. You're not like, look, can I get it in or not? Yeah. You're like, look, if this is not right, I'm not feeling it.
I'm not. That's
growth.
I want all of you.
That's growth. Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Growth. Cool. Well, look, you're really fun to talk to. This is a fun episode. I'm really happy with it. How do we? I don't know. You said you're kind of. Are you phasing out of nude modeling? What is your?
I'm not phasing out yet, but that's probably the plan in the next year.
Okay, so get on top of finding these.
Yeah,
photos.
if you're gonna shoot with me, hit me up at Lux Suicide.
So how do people? Yeah, how do people support you? What I don't know how it works.
So they go on my.
We say pay
Instagram.
for your porn when we're talking about porn, but
they can go on my OnlyFans and see my nude photos, nude videos, striptease stuff, behind the scenes stuff, me posing with other girls. Onlyfans.com/LuxSuicide. I'm also hosting the Miss Inked pageant in Westchester at the Westchester Tattoo Convention held by Addicted to Ink. I have a bomb set of beautiful tattooed babes for the Miss Inked pageant this year, and that's September 29th.
What is the Miss Inked pageant? Like
September 29th.
What is
it? It's beautiful girls, beautiful confident girls showing off their tattoos. We will pick a winner by judging on her confidence, her ability to answer. No, it's not nude.
So it's tough.
I wish it was nude. It's not nude.
It's tough because so many.
It's a community thing, so it's like it can't be nude.
Because so many tattoos are in so many naughty places.
Well, they'll probably wear something that shows a lot of ink.
Yeah.
Which is all the more reason to go.
Sure.
To the Westchester Convention.
I like it. On the heels of that, I'm hosting the Inked Awards, which is the sort of the East Coast Porn Award show on at the end of October. And I did my recent heckle on this when I told somebody, they're like, you don't have any tattoos though. And I was like, shut up. I got the hosting gig.
You don't, right?
I don't have any tattoos. I don't have anything. What was your first tattoo?
I never knew how to host or be in radio.
Yeah.
And I've done a shit ton of radio and now I'm hosting.
Yeah. So I should get a tattoo on my face is what you're saying. I think I would fully be into tattoos. I am very... Not that change scares me, but probably does. Mm-hmm. The first one, I obsess over what would be the first one, and there's never been a clear picture of what my first tattoo would be, which is why I don't have tattoos. What was your first tattoo?
Makes sense. My first one, 18th birthday, had my mom take me. Cute little Aries tribal tramp stamp because it was a sign of the times.
Yeah.
I covered it.
It's gone.
I've covered it
What's
since.
It now?
I actually found it's like an ink blot with 2 M16s and roses in the barrel.
Oh, that's very different.
It's very different.
It's very different than an
more
Aries.
like semi-political now.
Yeah. Interesting.
Also, just a sign of the times. my tattoos have changed with me.
Yeah.
And I think I would do this arm totally fucking different than anything else.
Sure. Now, are you going to?
I think I'm going to do my lower arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is weird because
it
used
got a lot
to
of
be
canvas to cover.
Because the old, I mean, I'm 36, so the old vibe was try to start at your shoulder and like keep it so that you can hide. Just
that was the old thing, and I used to keep mine hidden.
Yeah,
and it was like you have to make sure that you find a career that will accept
your.
And now it's just anything goes anywhere.
But so what I find lately is that people will start with their hands a lot of times, and they'll just go up to their elbow, and then and then take your shirt off, and nothing. There's nothing.
Which I don't like.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird.
I like tattooed people. I like non-tattooed people, but I'm see what I get. I want to see what I'm getting at. If you have like a tattoo that's on your hand, and I'm assuming you have like a lot of tattoos.
Sure. Right.
And then there's none. I'm like, you're a poser.
Right. You ran out of space, so you went to your hand.
Like
you ran out of space.
Right.
It just crept below the tricep. And
like when someone's at their neck and creeping up, you're like, oh, you are ink. Like I know I'm getting naked ink, dude.
Right.
Like, so if you just have like your hand.
Yeah.
And let's say a button-down long-sleeve shirt, and then you're naked and there's no other.
It's weird.
I'm walking out.
It's weird.
This is not what I signed up for.
So these are your red flags. I like that. That's your red flag. Maybe this is why.
Maybe this is why
you were at. Maybe this is why you're at 50% because that's your red flag. What? No chest piece? Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
Or like really manly men, but then they shave their wax their chest, no chest hair. I'm upset.
I don't know. I don't have enough to ever have to have waxed it. So I came out just the right amount of hairless. So I don't know what it would be like.
I feel like I need consistency in like a person's look. I don't want to see them naked and be like, oh, this is totally the opposite of what I expected.
Yeah.
I need consistency.
I guess that's true.
I need honesty.
So is a tattooed guy, like a fully tattooed guy, particularly sexy?
I mean, they might be. They're also. I don't know. I've dated
the
both.
addition of tattoos because for me, honestly,
I can't say I've ever chosen anyone because they were or weren't tattooed.
Interesting.
Never.
I
usually don't. It's funny because I don't even ask people. Like if you just never mentioned tattoos, I just wouldn't have thought about you having tattoos.
It is weird. I had a buddy who was on the trip with us, and it was winter, so he was covered up, and I was in the front seat, and I just didn't know. And I was like, yo, do you have any tattoos? And I mean, he was covered, but I don't know why I don't really think of it that way.
No. Some people are definitely out for other tattooed people. Like there are definitely some tattooed people that like their type is tattooed.
Because they think it's part of, they think
and
that
there's
they
people
like
without tattoos
somehow.
where their type is not tattooed.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care.
Yeah. For me, there was definitely a period of time. There's definitely a period of time.
That's my type. Don't be a douche.
That's great. There was definitely a period of time where tattoos or like a lot of tattoos was something that I was just super attracted to, and I just
met people who were like, I only date tattooed women. Like they love tattoos, and I'm like, that's your choice.
Yeah,
it's your preference.
There's just something. I don't know. There's something fun about it. There's something sexy about it. In the same way that sex is naughty, in the same way that it's that vibe that like, oh, the same way like nipple rings are hot. It's
I think there's a lot to be said about tattooed people. I mean, we feel a lot of pain and keep going back for more. There's definitely something to be said about that.
Well, and that speaks to a type, but just from a physical standpoint, yeah. But yeah, there is a lot of people that hide scars with tattoos, use the tattoos as sort of a memory or commemoration to some other type of pain
or form of communication, or like
a physical representation of it,
or it's therapeutic. Getting tattooed is very therapeutic.
Well, it's one of those things where when you look at the tattoo, you can go back in time to where you were as a person, right?
Yeah,
this is what I hear.
Totally.
I don't want to pretend like I'm speaking
on behalf of the tattoo community. Yeah.
This is what I've heard. I'm just forwarding the information that I have. Well, very fun talking to you again. So it's how do you want them to follow you?
At Lux Suicide on Instagram. Yeah. You can find my OnlyFans through my Instagram. And check out the Missing pageant at the convention September 29th in Westchester.
Westchester. So East Coasters, come check that out. East Coasters, come check out the Inked Awards end of October, right on the heels of Exotica. This is the Porn Stars People podcast. We are popping an episode every Sunday night at midnight on the East Coast, Monday morning, basically Monday. It's on Google Play, iTunes, Podbean, wherever you find your podcast. We have it there, and the other place if you switch platforms. We got some content today on YouTube with the lovely Lux Suicide, so check that out. Please follow her, and thank you to Spunk Lube and Demon Seed Radio. Those are all the announcements. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Check out the Miss Inked pageant. Thank you so much.